Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we are going to go over all of the awesome food that I had in Japan. And if you are interested, I should have all of the links to the stores, restaurants that I went to. You can use Tabelog. I feel like that's the Yelp of Japan. You can translate it into English. If you go to the very bottom of the page, there should be English, a link to turn it into English, and you can use it that way. Of course, you can just go to the map, put it in, because if you put it in Japanese, even in Google Maps, it'll find it right for you. So that's how I found all these places. So you can too. But we're just gonna go over all the food that I had, and I have the name of the restaurants up here as we go through them. So again, they're in the description below, so feel free to take it and go there if you feel like it looks good enough. So, well, I guess first thing first, I was able to get a JAL flight, which is really nice. It's not like United or anything. So, um, my brother was raving about the kiwi juice that they have on the flights, and it is pretty darn good. But even better is that they had some katsu curry as the initial meal on the flight, which was really exciting. They also had pasta, which was all right, but for the once you are in the last hours of the flight, but the curry was really good. Well, anyways, first thing we did when we got there was get some ramen because, well, it was the closest thing nearby the hotel, and we were hungry. It was late. We didn't really want to go anywhere, so Hashigo is the place we went to, and it was a really good hot and sour soup uh, base. And as you can see, the meat was really nice. It was a thin noodle. Usually, I like the more thicker, chewier noodles, but that was perfectly fine because it was able to grab all of that hot and sour flavor and just tasted really, really good. So it was a great first meal, and it really was hot and muggy because of the typhoon that just hit the day before. But regardless, that was some darn good ramen. Also got some dessert. If you don't know, the convenience stores in Japan are really good. So whether it's getting a quick meal, I mean it's a microwaved meal, so don't expect like a Michelin star, but it is pretty good for what you're paying for. They also have a lot of sweets because the convenience stores are in constant competition with each other, so they got to make better sweets for cheaper, or put extra power into the more expensive ones. So these were really darn good. This was a milk pudding with melon whip on top. Loved it. Also, cool thing I saw while walking. I didn't actually go there. I was thinking about it really hard. I do love Taco Bell a lot, but they had some specific menu items in Japan. This okonomiyaki crunch wrap, which was very tempting. Let me tell you, very tempting. But I had another place in mind, and that was this curry place called Sumatra Curry, and it was really highly rated. It's known for its really fast serving, and it's a very unique curry. Now, unfortunately, I didn't like it that much because the uniqueness of it was the curry had a much more bitter tone to it. So it's not the normal curry that you're usually used to. And while I appreciate the uniqueness of it, unfortunately, bitter is not the flavor I'm looking for in curry. So unfortunately, it didn't meet my happiness standards. So um, I would say if you're looking for a unique curry, this place was really popular, really fast as well. So the service was really nice. But I don't know, bitter and curry just doesn't go together in my mind. So that was a bit of a disappointment for me. Let's see next. Oh, well, this isn't food related, but the cool thing was they were doing a stamp rally for my Hinatazaka group. So saw that, I was like, all right, I guess I know what I'm doing for a weekend. They also have this awesome peach Fanta. You can find them in vending machines, which are all over the place. Definitely recommend the peach flavored stuff. Oh, I saw this at the Tokyo Hand store and thought that was funny that they actually do have the English translation of the Waku Wakumin on the cups that they had. It actually says Abelberry on there, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. And then, I hung out with my uncle. He is one of the few relatives I still have in Japan. So, we wanted to talk, so we just went to the what was it? The something in Ikebukuro, the Sobu department stores. And we don't know about Japan. Department stores actually really have some pretty good restaurants on the top floors of those kind of department stores. So if you find yourself in one, just go ahead and go to the top floor and just check out all the amazing restaurants that they have. And it's legit good food. This is okonomiyaki. Oops. Okonomiyaki, and that is just a dab of mayonnaise in there. Mayonnaise in Japan is also a little different, so just because you don't like American mayonnaise, you should actually try Japanese mayonnaise. It is much, much better and more flavorful. Oh, notification. And so that's the place, Botechu. Pretty good, pretty good. We also got some dessert, cheesecake at a local cafe. I don't remember the name of it, unfortunately, but also at the convenience store they had this it was. I mean, normally they have these like mini fried chickens, the karage-kuns, but this one is like an onigiri focused one, which was really interesting. I liked it. It's a nice little snack at the end of the day. All right, so this place is probably one of the highlights of my journey. Is this Tenju, and this was featured on TV. And basically, they have this kakiage, which is just chopped up vegetables. They also threw some mini scallops in there, and then you just tempura fry them. And then to make it even better, they have this like curry soup that they added on the bottom, and it was a very nice spice level. And just everything went together so well. And on top of that, you can make it a udon set for just a little bit more money. And it was a hot day, so just having that cold udon on the side, on top of this really hot curry kakiage, it was super delightful. And I would highly recommend this place a lot, Tenju. Again, links in the bottom. And then I actually spent the rest of that day doing the stamp rally, so you can actually go around 4 different stations to download these digital postcards, and if you get all 4, you get put into a drawing for another special postcard. So along the way, since you had to exit the station, I actually went to like the national government building. Whatever, I did some Pokemon stops in there, so that's cool. And of course, there's a lot of good sodas out there, so just trying out all the different vending machines, see what's there, is always a fun thing to look at. And then since it was hot, I need a break. So the cool thing about Starbucks in Japan is that they do have a regular rotation of new drinks, and they had this baked apple pie frappuccino. It was pretty good. I don't know what, it's just like a cream drink. It's not coffee at all. I can't drink coffee, but it was a nice refresher for a hot day, for sure. All right, and they have stuff like this, Okinawa pineapple soda. I love pineapples, by the way, so that was a really nice treat. And of course, like desserts, you have these crepes that's just like cream cheese in the middle. As you can see, I finished it before taking a picture, so this place biting. They have a location in Hawaii, and I know people have talked about it on TV as well, so I had it on my list for a while. Unfortunately, their main hall, they had to close it down for renovations, so they're in this smaller place right now. So not all of their usual menu items are available, which was a bit of a bummer. But I got their big, I think it was a roast pork loin katsu, and it's just so thick and juicy and really good. But you may want to wait until they finish up their renovations. I think it was like at least a year, they said, before that happens. So that's biting. Oh, and of course some more pudding, some more desserts, and then of course TGS was a thing, so just get some onigiri, a sandwich for a quick breakfast, so that we can just eat right away and don't worry. Like TGS was pretty awesome too. You know, you can see just all the different advertisements they had on the side. And just walking in first thing is just like this massive lights with all these booths, and that's just the first hall without the big companies, right? Like when you get to the Final Fantasy booth, you know, being able to line up to play that, the atmosphere they have inside was really cool too. Um, PlayStation had a booth. What is this? Atlas. And there's just a lot of nice booths, right? What was this? Oh, Gung Ho, right? They do Puzzles and Dragons. They had an interesting new game, Teppen, that they were pushing really hard. Um, cool to see, of course. This is the Nogizaka game. You know, I mean, same Sakamichi group as the Hinata group, but unfortunately, I never really got into them. So, I mean, it was cool to see at least. But yeah, there's a lot of cool onstage stuff. You know, just Iceborne. Fun. Oh, and this is what I was talking about last night. Like I was able to, you know, get a shot of all the people in the Touch Academy. So, you know, first time I've ever run into comedians, you know, famous people like that. And that was super exciting, you know, really lucky timing for that. And then, of course, they had a bunch of food trucks there. So I got like a rice bowl, a gyudon basically, and then some takoyaki, and a cherry flavored soda. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but I mean, good enough for that. And they had this awesome big, like, I don't know what you call it, but, you know, just you're rolling and then you're trying to get whatever color pops out. You get a reward out of that. I got like one of those rings you can put at the back of your smartphone so you can hold it easier, and 200 yen gift certificate. I don't know if I can use it yet. I know I've had trouble before, you know, putting in Japanese codes into my US account, but yep, there's me with the balls that I got, the green and the yellow. So that was cool. The Neo booth, pretty cool statue that they in front. I tried that game once. I am really bad at that game. All right, now back to food. We went to this awesome place in Ginza where it has this specific, it's like Inaba. They have a special type of udon, and it's a much more thinner udon, but it still has the chew of the thick noodles that you're used to. And I got this combo set where you get the normal dipping sauce as well as the sesame version of that sauce, in addition to some tempura on the side. My brother got this like really thick. I forget what it even was. I wonder if I have a picture. But there was like this dipping sauce he had. It's on the top right corner here. And oh my, was that really flavorful. So this is another one of a place that I would highly recommend you go to. It is in Ginza, so it's a little bit expensive, but it's not crazy expensive. It was definitely reasonable for the quality you were getting there. So I highly recommend this place a lot. They also had this camembert cheese tempura. I'm not too much of a fan, but my brother loved it like crazy. And then also, there's this cool bit on the Samsung booth where they're doing mahjong, and Tomi Pro right here, she's a mahjong pro, and so you know I've seen her on on the YouTubes before, and you know pretty cool to see her on stage. I mean, all they were doing were playing mahjong, which I love, so that was a cool way to waste time. Let's see. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Okay, next up, there was this amazing, like, hole-in-the-wall curry place that I went to. Kyui Bonu. It is really hard to find. It's just like a small, just stairwell down. There's not much, fancy signs out. Just one on the very back of the staircase. So it's really hard to find. But, oh my god, the flavor in that curry was amazing. Like, I would say like the curry itself, probably one of the best I've had in a while. So they also had this awesome sorry, this looks a little dirty, but it was really good. But they had this, oh here we go, they had this like potato salad on a salad. So they had this amazing potato salad, and they had the dressing of the salad on top of that potato salad to go with the salad under it. It was an interesting combination of flavors, but it worked really well. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It's just like this stairwell that you go down, and you know, if you're not careful, you're not gonna find it. So you really do have to focus. I want to go here. Let's go here, kind of thing. And then of course a little bit more dessert. There's this nice little like shaved ice cup. It was just strawberry on top, and then there's just condensed milk all around. I guess already inside the ice. So it's really nice flavor. Especially, you know, like I said, there were some warm nights out there. So having that cool dessert on top of everything was really good. And then we have this tsukemen here, Kyuju Kyuri Niboshi Tsukemen. Now tsukemen I love a lot. You know, you got this concentrated soup. You know, it's much more thicker than usual, right? Because you're basically dipping everything, your noodles into there without having this big soup base instead. Now, they do have this thing called a soup wari, where once you're done with that, you can, you know, usually it's for free. You know, ask the chef to pour in some of the normal ramen soup, and then you can drink that. But this was so good that I used everything up with the noodle set that I had already. Right, the meat was great, the egg was great, the noodles were awesome. You know, the extra accent with that lemon there. Oh my god, loved it so much. So again, highly recommend you try out this place. It was really nice. Names it even in English too, so if you can, it shouldn't be too hard to find. It was right on the corner, so it was really easy to find. And then again, I went to another Starbucks because not only did they have a baked apple version, they had a green apple version, so I had to try it. Had more jellies. I didn't really like it. I like the baked apple version a little bit more, but still fine. All right, next one. You know, my brother and I were trying to go to this really nice pork donburi place, and just cuts of meat, and there's just like this pile. It looked amazing, but unfortunately when we got there, they had like already sold out of everything, so they actually closed early. So we were really bummed out about that. But you know, we just looked around nearby, and we saw this like 24-hour. I guess it was slightly later, so that might be why too. But just 24-hour, like, seemed like a izakaya style, like seafood focused place. So we just got some, like, you know, kani miso, we got some scallops, we got some fried rice, we got, you know, just a seafood bowl. Yeah, here we go. Just like a whole bunch of cuts of seafood that they had in there. Right, like that anago in the middle was a really nice cut. I mean, unfortunately those cucumbers are there, but we got rid of them really quick. But you know, it's a nice meal that we had. You know, just a lot of cool, like a potato salad again. Again, kind of took it late because it looked so good, but just crab fried rice. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's for the convenience, I think, right? So not bad. And then let's see. Oh, there was this nice omurice place that I went to, just hidden under the Kanda JR station. They had a lot of different flavors, a lot of different toppings that you could have. I just went for the straight omurice with the kani cream croquette. Unfortunately, they had, I guess their style of their omurice was just to have raw onion cuts in there, and I really hate raw onions. So that was a real bummer. Like, if it's cooked enough, or maybe if it's not cooked well enough, but at least if it's small enough, I'll deal with it. But they were just like big cuts of onion, just raw, and you know, kind of ruined the moment for me. But the other flavors were really good. So if it wasn't for that, like if that doesn't bother you, this was a really good place. So yeah, bummer there. Again, more this nice like frozen mango dessert, and I only know this because, you know, the Hinatazaka group had a campaign a few months ago where they were promoting them. Looked pretty good. I was hoping to get the strawberry one, but they only had mango. But oof, was that mango really good? Oh, and of course there's this pudding place. Unfortunately, they said it was a limited time only, so by the time we left, it was already, you know, done. But it was, oh my god, silky smooth pudding. Oof. Okay, we're about to hit the 20-minute mark, so I think after I finish this day, we'll call it. Okay, I guess maybe there's not much more to look over. So this day, you know, I went to the Hinatazaka Live handshake event, so there's not much food to show because one, I basically only bought convenience store stuff, you know, to eat in line because I can't leave, right? And if I leave, the line will get longer. Not a good idea. So there's nothing interesting here, unfortunately. But you know, here's me getting that pen light I showed off last time, lining up. I mean, you can see the lines. If you've been to the Makuhari Messe, like these lines span basically hall 9, front and back, and it's just snaking across depending, you know, how long the different members were. So it was pretty intense. But you know, getting in line for my Oshimen Saito Kyoko and of course Tomita with Miyata in their pair lane, all worth it in the end. Okay, we'll do one more day. Then see this on Pokemon Go, you'll never see me walk this much ever, but 69 kilometers is insane. I have never walked that much. Probably the last time I walked that much was the last time I was in Japan. Let's see, what is this? I don't know. Anyways, at the end of the day, you know, I was pretty exhausted. My brother was off doing his own thing with his friend too, so he was pretty exhausted. So we just found a nearby kaiten sushi. What was it? Oh, did I miss one? Oh yeah, I did miss a picture. So before that, I went to this other curry place that was just like, they had all these toppings on the menu, and Fujiyama Dragon Curry. And you can pick your spiciness 1 to 10, all the different toppings that you want. I just went for the full combo that had everything, right? You see like the gyudon piece, karage, tonkatsu, bacon, a fried shrimp, meat on, you know, ground beef on top with an egg. Oh man, that was great. I mean, the curry was good too. It has a nice, I went for level 6. I could probably hit it up a few notches, 8, 9, and it still wouldn't have been a problem. But they also had this thing where if you bought the 2.5 kilogram version of this, finish it all within, I think it was like 30 minutes. You get it for free. And you get your photo on the wall. Tempting, but I don't want to kill myself. Especially since it was just halfway through the trip. So I definitely did not want to do that. But it was good enough that it would actually make me think about trying. Okay, we'll finish off this video with this place, this Edoko Kaiten Sushi. Now, again, we only picked it because it was close by, and it was kind of a disappointment because not only were like half of the menu items sold out, they didn't look super fresh. Like the colors on some of them, like this uni, this is as brown as it looks on photo. Like uni should be a nice golden orangish color, right? Like, I don't know, maybe a different type of uni makes it look like that, but it was just, I don't know, a little off. But you know, it wasn't super cheap either, so like, you know, like sushiro or kappa sushi, I guess, are the big ones that pop out of my mind. You know, I don't know how popular they are in terms of kaiten sushi, but again, we just wanted something close, and sushi popped up, so like, sure. So that was that. Okay, and you know, before we ended the day, or I guess to start the next day, we're heading off to Atami to get some a vacation on a vacation. So we got one of those bentos that you have in the station for, I think it was in the Tokyo station. Yeah. I don't remember the name of the actual booth I went, but they had a lot of great food in the, I don't know, the gallery area where they were just selling stuff. So there were a lot of options. My brother got this awesome shumai set. It was 12 shumais, 4 times 3, you know, 4 copies. 3 different types and then 4 of each of those. And this mango cider was really good on the side. So yeah, so I guess we'll cut it off here since 25 minutes already. Next video we'll go over all the awesome food I got at Atami, and just until the end of the trip. So again, if there's anything that you think looked really good or you have questions about them, feel free to ask. Use the links on the bottom if you want to check out the specific restaurants I did. You can check the name here, match it with whatever is down there, and I think I'll have a little description of what it is in English really quick in brackets, so it's easier for that. So all right, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye.